I want to share something with y'all. Something that I found out along the way in this thing called life. I found out that pride comes before destruction. Pride really does come before destruction. But many of us don't understand how that plays out, and many of us don't understand what that means. So what does it mean when someone tells you that pride comes before destruction? Everybody has a built-in voice, a still small voice that's on the inside of them that will alert them when they are about to get into a situation that is going to lead them down the wrong path. Now you can believe this, you can dispute this, you can debate it, you can tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, but if you really think about it, if you really think about every time something happened to you that took you all the way off course in your life, before that thing occurred, something inside of you spoke to you from the inside of you and told you that that situation was going to end up bad. I can remember the last time that I went to prison. The last time I went to prison, it was because a friend of mine asked me to give them a ride somewhere, and that ride somewhere ended up with me being charged with a felon in possession of a firearm, and I did 3 years. But when that friend asked me to give them that ride, I can distinctly remember something in my gut, a small voice deep within me telling me if I gave my friend that ride, then this situation would end up bad for me. But because of my ego and because of my pride, I was afraid to tell my friend no. Not afraid of what he might do, not afraid of what he might say, but I was afraid of looking like a coward. I was afraid of looking afraid. I was afraid of not looking like a friend, because sometimes we get ourselves in the mind state to where we believe that in order to be honorable people, in order to be good friends, we have to be willing to put ourselves into dangerous situations. Now, mind you, sometimes for the cause of righteousness, you need to be able and willing to put yourself in a dangerous situation for the cause of righteousness. But for the cause of unrighteousness, for the cause of evil and wicked behavior, it is never okay to put yourself in the line of fire. But my mind state at that time, although a voice inside of me said, if you do this, it will end up bad. If you go here, it will end up bad. If you partake in this, it will end up bad. Although I heard that voice, my mind state told me that you would look like a coward if you admit that you're nervous about going. You would look like a coward if you admit that you got butterflies. You will look like a coward if you say, I'm not comfortable doing this. But that small voice inside of me had given me the warning. But my pride told me you cannot look like a coward. My pride told me you could not look afraid. My pride told me that a man cannot admit to having butterflies in the pit of his stomach. And I went to that location. And I went to that location and I ended up serving 3 years. So what I mean by pride goes before destruction. A lot of times when you are about to embark upon a mission that will take your life off course, that will take your life down a path that you are not meant to go down, there will be something inside of you that will tell you not to do it. But it will be your own pride. It will be your own sense of reasoning and understanding that will make you afraid to listen to that voice. You're going to feel like, if I listen to that voice, I'm not a good friend. If I listen to that voice, I'm not a stand-up guy. If I listen to that voice, I'm a coward, I'm a turncoat, I'm a traitor. There will be all of these things, all of these different whispers inside of your ear that's going into your head, that's going to make you suppress that voice and ignore that voice, when all along you're not a coward, you're not a friend, you're not doing anything wrong, you're obeying the voice. You were born with an innate voice inside of you, something inside of you that will tell you when you are about to go astray. And when you hear that voice, you should obey that voice. Because if you don't obey that voice, you're going to go astray. So when I tell you that pride goes before destruction, I'm saying the pride that causes you to not listen to that voice will always take you off course. And in the end, you're going to regret it. So as you go about your life, listen to that still small voice and don't let your pride cause you to be destroyed.